Dan Sumbach, please. Dan? There he is, Dan. Dan's going to speak to us here briefly. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm Dan Sumbach. I'm a farmer from Delaware County, and I'm running for Senate District 48, which, if you look, somebody stole my sheet, but there's a pamphlet on every table, and if you look at Senate District 48 in Lynn County, it does miss most of the metro area. So it hits Palo, goes around the metro area, comes down, picks up Mount Vernon and Palo, and then it hits the corner of Jones County, all of Delaware County, and then a little corner of Buchanan County. As I said before, I'm a farmer. That was a gift from God. There was nothing more that I wanted to do in my life than be a farmer, and I passionately love what I do. And in 2008, the good Lord handed me a tornado, and had a lot of decisions to make at that time, and I decided to get out of the livestock industry. So I grew up milking cows, I grew up throw to finishing hogs, and after that part of my life was over, I realized that I had more time in my hands. And I've worked hard all my life. Physically worked hard. I like to think mentally I've worked hard. And so when I started this adventure, I knew it would take a lot of time. I knew it would take a lot of energy. But I can promise you one thing, and you know, it's dangerous for politicians to promise things, but I will promise you this. I will work every bit as hard running for the Senate, working in the Senate, and representing you in that Senate. And I am honored to be amongst such good friends. And I got to share just a little story. I'm a wrestling fan. And my son just participated in the state wrestling tournament in Des Moines. And there's nothing that motivates a wrestler more than having a formidable opponent across that center circle, because it makes you a better person. And in this race, I have a formidable opponent that I'm very proud and honored to be across from. So as you participate in this race, and as you have the opportunity to vote, take a look at me. I'd be honored to represent you, and I will step to that center circle, shake hands, and wrestle this race as hard as I can. Pleasure to be here. Next up, Cindy Golding is going to talk about the gas tax increase.
Train the person up.
Okay, I need to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Number one is the gas tax increase. I spoke against it in our special election. I was not popular in Des Moines because, if you recall, it was promoted by our own governor. I speak against it now. I urge all of you guys to contact your representatives, your senators, and tell them enough is enough. I've been listening to the news. We travel all over the country. California is going to be hitting $5 a gallon in just another month. We're going to be hitting $4 a gallon. They're projecting that within 6-7 weeks, we're going to have some of the highest gas prices we've ever seen. Now is not the time for them to add more taxes. It's the time to cut the budget, and for them to try to pass a bill for a tax increase before the budget is even proposed is unconscionable from a Republican position. So please contact your representatives and your senators. If we need a gas tax, let's wait until the DOT has cut their budget the way we've all had to cut ours. So I encourage you to talk to them. So that's the first thing. The second thing is about, I've talked to you guys before about the voter registration. Matt Schultz has put forward a voter identification issue. We need to contact all of our senators. It will not get through the floor of the Senate to be voted on. We need to get voter IDs corrected. The USA Today reported that there are 2.8 million Americans who are registered in more than one state. I can tell you, when I was a poll watcher in the last election, we probably had a couple hundred of those right here in Iowa, just drive across the border from Illinois. And that's going on all over the country, and there's a push across the country by Republican states to get voter ID, and the objection is that it's voter discrimination. Well, you have to have a photo ID. I had to have my driver's license to return something to Best Buy. Not even to buy it, but to return it, I had to show a driver's license to show that, because they might have too many returns. And yet the same person said to me that he thought it was unconscionable that we would ask voters to show an ID. Go figure. So we have to call your senator, call your representative. We've got to get this bill to the floor because it doesn't matter who we run in a contest. It doesn't matter. I wanted to poll. I lost with the absentee. So we've got to get that fixed. Then the third thing I want to talk to you about is Senate District 48. I have been announced as a candidate, but I have a little issue. I have a very large family and a business that when I put in the 8 weeks from the campaign, we had some serious issues. And so I'm asking all of you to support Dan Sumbach for Senate District 48. I've met with him. He's a very honorable man, and I am honored to support him. But I would love to be your senator, but to do the right job, I can't do it. My business has gone international, and I will be out of the country for 3 of the months that I would need to be working on the campaign to represent you. And that's not the right thing. So in doing the right thing, I'm asking you to vote for Dan Sumbach and support him for Senate District 48. Yes.
I'm glad I come to these meetings. I learned something. You could take a chair. All right, I'm kidding.